up the number for a new build to a certain extent with the column. To do that, I think there is great value in moving forward today and selecting our preferred bridge concept. That does not preclude us from answering some of the questions here or revisiting some of the answers. I think that there is value today to moving forward on picking one bridge concept. And so we can also firm up those numbers. So we have an opportunity to say, with this bridge design, we can go back and revisit operating costs. We know that the maintenance and operating costs of the refurbished bridge will be 1.5 times more. In those sort of things, as those numbers can come back and remind us of the work that went before.
Justice to just, as Councillor Madoff has said, just take a deep breath and regroup for a minute before steamrolling ahead. I think that I understand exactly what you're referring to in terms of the Burnside Gorge, and I in no way want to see this being, 3, 6, 8 months, but I think to say we need 10 days, we need a week to gather what we have, to articulate our decision so that the public is really clear on, as I suggested, the sort of the sustainability features that are driving our decision.
Brought forward the options. I think rather than bringing that back for another session, that we should have that discussion, so that we should be just having that discussion. And having read this afternoon, the citizens' responses, I'd like not to have to read this again and remember it all. I have my views on what that choice should be. So I move that we should move forward to replace the Johnson Street.
Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. Motion on tabling. All those in favor of tabling for 2 weeks to come back with the information that we need. Sorry? Pam, how did you vote on the table? Are you under the table, Pam?
I'm getting very close to being under the table.
Thank God for the minibar, eh?
It's right next to me.
Okay. And as an aside, Pam, seems like you're the only one left in town next week. In case there is an earthquake, there's a book on my desk called Emergency Preparedness. If there is one, you'll know what powers you have and those sort of things. And yes, as mayor, you actually do get to read the riot act decision. Right now, we are going to review and select the preferred option.
One of the bridge concepts that were presented was the Cable State Bascule, just showing a perspective from the Victoria West side looking into the downtown. We have some additional renderings that were provided to further help inform the decision. These are updated renderings provided by the architect. This is looking at, again, the Cable State design views from the inner harbor, looking towards the downtown in the up position, just showing the open channel, a wider and improved open channel for navigable water purposes. This is another perspective of the Cable State Bridge itself, views towards Victoria West and the Easterly Road approaches as you're sitting in the downtown location, looking towards the bridge in the up position. This is also, again, the Cable State project. The multi-use path is identified on the north side of the bridge, the 5-meter wide path that has views towards downtown, and also looking at the multi-use path along with bike lanes, travel lanes. Here's another perspective of the same design, having views towards the downtown with the lowered sidewalk.
Just for a quick second. Just so you know, Councillor Madoff,
I'm doing shadow puppets.
Absolutely, and I just want to say there's some
state design looking towards the downtown with this lowered sidewalk location that's 2.5 meters in width. And also now we're looking at just the elevation view showing the raising of the Cable State Bascule that raises at different vantage points until it gets it up into the full upright position. The next concept that was shared with Council was the rolling bascule. This is one that was also identified on September 8th, showing vantage points from Victoria West looking into the downtown. Here's additional images looking at it in the upright position with views towards the inner harbor and the downtown, widened channel. Also, again, views of Victoria West and looking at the lowered sidewalk elevation. Seeing what the bridge would look like with these additional renderings. Views towards now the downtown with the multi-use path, which is located on the north side of the bridge. Other vantage points of looking at it with views towards downtown, and again the lowered sidewalk that's separated from the bridge.
This would be an appropriate time for Councillor Manoff for you to go, ooh.
Views of the, here we have views again, elevation showing the rise under the rolling bascule bridge and its mechanism. The third option here was a reverse bascule looking towards into the downtown. Again, in the upright position with views of the inner harbor and the downtown and the open channel. The reverse bascule in the lift position with, again, views towards Victoria West and the easterly road approaches. Those road approaches are still being finalized, but identifying clearly all 3 travel lanes with bike lanes and sidewalk on the south side and multi-use path on the north, and the train station, all these located near the Northern Junk location. Again, views towards the downtown with the multi-use path on the north side and the counterweights located above the bridge. So those are St. Joseph's, and to share with you the results of that engagement process.
Thank you, through you, Your Worship. Under Council direction to build upon the collaborative participation of the Citizen Advisory Committee, a focused effort to raise awareness and solicit input from the broader community about the 3 design options for replacement was undertaken. Staff actively undertook a broad awareness strategy through earned media, print, radio, and online advertising, and a targeted outreach and consultation effort in the community. As you will see on the presentation before you, the total number of surveys completed was close to 5,200, 5,195. We had 13,000 visits to the JohnsonStreetBridge.com website with nearly 10,000 unique visitors. We saw an increase of 2,000 visitors overnight in our last day of consultation activity. We collected 3,491 online surveys. We had 184 emails and 1,574 paper surveys collected from outreach. What you'll find from the results is that we, in 5,195 surveys submitted, the lead preference from the community was at 48%, 2,500 respondents, the Cable State Bridge. Followed closely with 1,885 respondents was the rolling bascule. They also included 16 postcards from the Save the Bridge organization that were forwarded to the Mayor's office, as well as 35 pages of comments on the design from the Vibrant Victoria online form. We updated those on the website, and we did find that at the outreach events and on the print surveys where the updated images of the rolling bascule were presented, there was an increase in the number of preferences on that. And as you all know, the illustrations that were most significantly improved once we received the new ones was the rolling bascule. So I share that observation with you as well.
I chaired the Citizens Advisory Committee, and their recommendation to Council was that they unanimously recommend to Council the rolling bascule bridge as the preferred design concept for Council's deliberation.
So we'd also have to still finalize the permitting and approval processes, and if it was preferred to move forward in the direction for the replacement, get the early works pack.
Is not unique yet, although it's moving that way. It's certainly iconic, and it's fair to be an uncommon design from Sweden. We're told that by our Citizens Advisory Committee that the rolling bascule is preferred because of its consistency with the spirit of the existing bridge.
Call the question. All those in favor of the motion to select the rolling bascule as the preferred design option? All those in favor?
Aye.
Was that, sorry, pardon me? Oh, there's an aye? Oh, thank you.
If you like mine.
Yeah, thank you. All those opposed? Councillor Young opposed. Motion passes. Thank you so very much.